Thanks, Jesse and Chris, for stopping by. We really appreciate you guys taking out the time in your day. So tell me a little bit about GenFKD and what your organization does.
Okay. So GenFKD is a nonpartisan educational organization dedicated to helping college students and young job seekers sort of navigate the waters of finding a job, why it's hard to find a job, why unemployment's so low, and things they can do to be more informed when making day-to-day decisions.
The whole idea behind GenFKD is that there's really no easy outlet for students to find financial tips or job hunting advice. Oftentimes even school career centers are a little bit too intimidating for students to approach. So we just try to make them as funny, humorous, or engaging as possible so people tend to come back or want to come back and I guess check out what we have to offer.
And I was also going to add that the barrier to entry to sort of picking up financial knowledge, it's very hard to break through. So we like to provide information in easily digestible little snippets.
And you guys mentioned earlier youth unemployment. So you focus a lot on dealing with youth unemployment and I'm assuming educating young people with your snippets, like you mentioned. So what else do you guys do in order to tackle youth unemployment?
So what we do is we're sort of broken into two different divisions. One is offline and one is online. Online, we work out of our main website, which is genfkd.com, and we are on roughly 5 or 6 different social media channels. But on our website, it hosts a digital toolbox, as we like to call it. There is the GenFKD salary and cost of living calculator, which allows you to sort of guesstimate based on where you're looking to go and how much you're looking to earn, what your actual salary will look like after taxes. And from there, you can take that information and put it into cost of living, whether you need to pay for student loans or car or food. It'll show you what you're left with at the end. Other than that, we also have a news aggregate, which are articles handpicked by some of our staff to sort of give you a look at what's going on in a very concise manner without having to go to a lot of different sources. And then lastly, we have a glossary of terms, which is really beneficial because unlike picking up the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, if there's something you don't understand, you have to go look it up, or you don't and you just lose interest. For us, you can just hover over the tough words and we define them simply for you.
One of the other things we found, we just launched in June, so we're still learning as we go, but with every campus we've established a presence on, there's often students trying to do the same things as we are. So you're talking about tackling youth unemployment. At certain campuses, there are already small infrastructures like career centers or even other student or institution-launched initiatives to help make finding a job or an internship a lot easier. So what we like to do is partner with them, see what resources they have to offer, and then market those resources maybe in a more efficient or more appealing manner so both parties are able to benefit.
Well, it sounds like you guys have some really beneficial tools going on there for young people. Have you guys been paying attention to what's been going on recently in regards to minimum wage? President Obama earlier this week, he raised it for federal contract workers, and now I believe Democrats are trying to build a petition in order to raise minimum wage overall. Do you think an increase in minimum wage would help the millennial generation overall, or will it hurt us?
The interesting thing about the minimum wage increases is that they're really only affecting sort of a third of America's workforce, which is roughly America's workforce, 155 million, and that's roughly 50 million of them. And that's those with a college education. And there's about 73 million who only have a high school diploma and another 11 million that didn't even graduate from high school. So it is hard to say. The minimum wage increase is likely to help the millennials who have graduated college with at least a bachelor's degree. But it's a little early to guess on that.
Yeah, one of the things that we've noticed around the whole minimum wage discussion is a lot of our fellows ask us about it. And it's really tough to take a position on it because there hasn't been all of that much research done on it. A lot of the studies that have been done are either old or haven't been done on a large enough scale that you can really transmit valuable information on them. So I'm hesitant to actually take a position on that topic. But our goal, kind of surrounding that whole debate, is to make sure that everyone knows both sides of the argument and isn't just listening to one side of partisan rhetoric or the other.
I mean, I think the logic for it is sound in the sense that it worked for Costco. Investing in your staff and your employees and hoping to get the most out of them. That in theory is a great idea, but it's hard to say how it will play out.
I think that it sounds good. Oh, we're going to get more money. But that's if you already have a job. I mean, a lot of our generation is unemployed or underemployed. So I don't really know what to think. I think it is a little early in the game to make any type of predictions. But is there anything that you think that young people can do right now besides get informed to really help our current situation and make a mark on the economy?
I mean, I think that the easiest answer is probably the one that everyone's going to give to that question, which is get out there, continue to get informed, but also vote and make your voice heard. It's one thing to know what you're talking about, and that's probably the first step, but to participate in discussions and debates with your peers or fellow students, professors, or even get in contact with local politicians or even national politicians. One thing the millennial generation is really good at is social media and reaching out, and we use that daily to talk to celebrities or our friends, but our discussion and interaction with politicians is shockingly low. And so I think that's probably the easiest way to get immediately involved before elections or anything like that.
Jesse, did you want to add anything?
I would add, again, everyone says it, but send a letter right into your congressmen or your senators. At the end of the day, it's still the generation before us that's still running the show. So I think we need to make it a little more apparent that we're up and coming if we're not there already. And then on top of that, feel free to get involved with us. Let us know what you want to do, and we can help in any way.
And how can a young person get involved with you guys?
Chris, Outreach Director?
Absolutely. I guess I'm the Outreach Director. I guess that's my question. So we're currently active on campuses in Virginia and Florida. So the easiest thing to do is just go to our website. We have a form on the Get Us page or the Get Talking page, or Get Moving page. And you can contact us. We answer within 24 hours. So join one of our chapters, or if you're on a campus where GenFKD isn't located, we're more than happy to help you get started.
Mm-hmm. We're working on developing a sort of a fellows guide, which can be used to build your own chapter if we don't exist already.
Well, thanks again for stopping by, guys. We wish you the best of luck.
And thank you so much for having us.